Previously. X-Rated, the X-Men Animated Review Show.
All right, it's finally charged up and ready to go.
Welcome to X-Rated, the X-Men Animated Review Show, where we're always charged up and ready to go. 10 minutes late sometimes, such as now, but charged. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I gotta go to the moon. Okay, I'm back.
That was fast. I may be fast, but I'm not quick. I am your host, the Skellhorned Witch.
Who put you in charge? He's in charge of party pooping.
They call me the pooper, the party pooper.
That's why they call you that.
That's what.
I feared there's a whole other horrifying reason.
You would get your mind out.
It's quite a relief, I must say.
That is, of course, the voice of my co-host.
What's happening to me?
Somehow you're turning 40 and getting more handsome. That's what's happening to you.
Oh, don't lie to me.
More handsome with age, this fella. That's my co-host, of course, Major Kyle Andre.
Hey, I really stretched for my name today. It's not even close to being something that you weren't in there, but I just want to do something different.
I'm just glad you used Major Kyle because I wanted to.
Was he a character in the comics too?
No.
Or just something to look at? I don't think so.
I have a theory about him in my X points.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Andre had a little birthday over the weekend. I drove up to Truro, Nova Scotia.
Yeah, the old Evan was there, which was nice. Made in time to watch the second movie.
Yeah, and it was amazing. It would have
been good if you guys did high school movies. It would have been good on your previous show.
the stolen show.
No. Yeah, it's a solid movie. I'll say for my movie recommendations, let's do that.
Yeah, I might talk about it in the movie recommendations myself because I love that movie.
That was really fun.
Well, let's just get into her. Let's get into this episode. Oh, but first, there's something important we must do.
Previously on X-Men Evolution.
I'm always astonished at the wondrous things that can be built on the ashes of tragedy. For even in the face of bigotry and discrimination, the X-Men will endure.
Endurance. That's what we're talking about tonight.
That's right. How's your endurance, Evan?
Oh, it's necessary.
As in to get you a lot, like get through the day or to like run up a hill, or what are we talking about here?
All that and a bag of chips.
I see.
Yeah. But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about the X-Men. Distract ourselves from real life for a moment.
Sure. So
with
we're
allegories that echo some of the worst of real life.
That's true. Yeah, all right. Well, we're into episode 4 of season 3.
We are. Let me just fire up my banners here. Yes, we are X-Rated Evolution. Your host, Evan and Andre, and this is X-Men Evolution, season 3, episode 4, The Stuff of Villains. Written by Adam Beechin and directed by Gary Graham.
Adam Beechin makes a return.
Yeah,
he wrote.
What's the last one?
Yeah, well, he wrote some comics, like actual comics. He wrote. I think he kind of got attention for an indie comic he wrote called Hench, I think, which was like a comic about a henchman. It was, and I remember David introduced me to that comic way back in the day when it would have came out, probably in like 2004, I'm guessing, because Dave showed it to me and I thought it was really neat. And if I recall correctly, he went on to write for Robin, I think, for DC. Looks like he wrote in Justice League Unlimited and Teen Titans Go, but he wrote down a Countdown to Infinite Crisis, Countdown to Adventure. He did Animal Man. Oh, he did the Animal Man, Starfire, Adam Strange series, that Countdown to Adventure series. Batgirl. 2 other things. But yeah, he was a writer for many comic books.
Well,
Robin, Batman, Countdown, when that was a big thing, Brave and the Bold, Batman Beyond comics. Zatanna, Batman Beyond still. Yeah, he's out there doing stuff.
Yeah. And
looks like
chipping in with an X-Men story here.
Looks like he still writes for TV as well.
I don't know. Still going strong. Adam Beach.
Put Guardians of the Galaxy cartoon. The MacGyver TV show. The
MacGyver? Like that new one?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Any good?
Oh, I never watched it. Definitely not my cup of tea.
No.
Batman Brave and the Bold cartoon, and most recently, up until today, he's working on Thomas and Friends. All engines go. Apparently, Thomas the Tank Engine is still out there.
In comic form?
No,
cartoon form.
Cartoon form.
Yeah, okay. Right on. Well, let's get into it.
All right. Well, this is just the basically the
yeah. There's a previously on X-Men.
Yeah, but this one's a little more
Professor X that said it, and I don't really approve of that. That's the Cyclops' line.
Good. All right. So we start off with
where's your endurance, man?
Oh God,
we're talking endurance tonight.
I'm tired. I went and saw a movie and I'm tired. The movie's exhausting.
Yeah, talk about it in your movie.
I don't want it. It wasn't very good. It was nobody.
Don't bring no attention to it.
The sequel to Nobody.
2. I didn't even see Nobody.
Nobody was good. Nobody 2 was not good.
No.
Nobody 1 was great. So we see
Nobody should go see Nobody 2.
Exactly. So we see the Scarlet Witch, being accosted by some gang members that wanted to give her money and no guff. She gives them neither. She gives them guff and no money. And there's some
they get a handful of guff.
You then find out that she came to this particular dark alley to find Caliban. She wants to use his rather sorrowful powers to look how sad he looks. He
always looks sad, and he always talks sad.
Dour guy.
I mean, I guess that's
he's the Eeyore of the X-Men world.
Yeah, he is. Okay, I'll find him.
I'll find your mutant for you. Okay.
Where's my tail? I don't know. Do I have one? Doesn't matter.
It's so interesting for television to represent clinical depression in such an accessible way. But they always include him, and he's always part of what they're doing. So that's
looks like his nose is severely broken.
This guy, I think he's just a meldy face. So Scarlet Witch wants him to find Magneto for her. He can't because she's too advanced of a mutant. He says he can only find
way of putting it.
Yeah, like I don't know.
How does that hide his smell?
Is the smell how he finds them?
Well, pheromones. I think he's like a pheromone tracker or something. I think.
Yeah, but like, what if he? What are we on the other side of the planet? Like, what is it? Like, what is it? I thought it was something to do with a mental power, but it's pheromones?
I think so. I don't think it's a mental power.
Well, like, pheromones don't stick around that long.
I mean, it's specific to mutants, right?
Even if he wasn't there like a month ago and you go to that same spot, you're not going to pick up his pheromones then.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to be looking at Caliban's power. But, they did say because of Mystique's upgrade in that chamber that Wolverine couldn't smell her. So, and Magneto went through that chamber too. So maybe like going through that chamber makes you untrackable.
Perhaps. But then she has the idea that he should use his ability to track Pietro, as he is a lesser mutant, and that doesn't seem to be a problem. You
could track him, but would he be there by the time you got there? It's Pietro. It's like,
yeah.
Good luck keeping up with that scent.
We see Kurt and Evan heading to school as the New Mutants are cleaning up the debris around the area. Evan's having problems because all of his friends abandoned him since DK was outed as a mutant. Nightcrawler says that has happened to him, but then Evan points out that you're still trying to pass as human, not looking blue, and says if you were blue, walk around the house and see how they treated you. And then Nightcrawler kind of agrees and then disappears. So I think he has some soul searching to do.
Right now, everybody just thinks you're the kid who holds his hands weird.
Yeah, that is true. I guess he'd always have to look like he's doing that, wouldn't he?
Probably just
he's holding a pencil like this then in class, like
guess so. This is how we do it in Germany, man.
Write something on the board. I am writing. Yeah. So then we see Sunspot helping out with
Sunspot looks cool, man. I like the animation of this scene.
Yes, we see the other mutants as well helping out.
Iceman, the Iceman, and
Magma
there, and multiple,
Berserker,
I guess they just call him in this.
Multi-Paul. That's the character from Invisibles. Or no, Invisibles, Invincible. There's Duplicate, and her brother's name is Multi-Paul. You know, watch that show. I think you'd like it. It's pretty dark.
What one?
It's good. Invincible.
Oh, Invincible? No, I haven't seen that.
I think you dig it.
Yeah, I might.
It's a darker take on the hero thing, but it's good. So we see, Beast saying,
classic Kirkman stuff.
We saw Beast saying that he wishes they could clean the rooms as well as they're hoping to clean all this stuff out. And Kitty runs through him and then says oops, and then reaches back into him and pulls out her toothbrush, which she left inside him.
I think my jaw dropped when I saw that. I was like,
it's like, so your toothbrush is just inside a human body for a while. Like, number one, wouldn't that really fuck up his body, even if it's just for a minute? Number two, why would you want that toothbrush back? Like, it just touched his insides, his blood, his organs.
Like, it seemed to have landed perfectly in his esophagus, because then he spits up some toothpaste bubbles.
That's true, yes, which is really gross.
It's lucky, or like she just set it in there for a second while she was going through because she wanted to see something else, and she's just like, "Oh, hold this esophagus," and then she like forgot, and then it's like, "Oh, right, I left that in the esophagus," because she seemed to know right where to go back for it.
We see Scott taking off, and then we see a bunch of construction cars going by, indicating that they're rebuilding the Institute. We see back at the Brotherhood house, Toad has been goofing around in Pietro's uniforms, making fun of him with that clip he had.
This is a funny scene.
It is, yeah. Lance is upset that Pietro left them and dumps all stuff outside, and gets upset that Toad is wearing his outfit. Also, he rips off the outfit, and we realize Toad's not wearing anything underneath it. And he tells him to go put some clothes on.
His piece is rubbing up inside Pietro's armor.
Yeah, that's horrifying. We see Scarlet Witch using Caliban's intel to catch up to Pietro, using her powers to get him to tell her that that he doesn't know where Magneto is. Magneto comes to him when he needs him, and she says she'll make him come to him by delivering Pietro to the cops, which is actually a pretty clever idea. So he uses gets the cops to arrest Quicksilver. We also see Principal Kelly, or should I say Senator Kelly, but he's only a principal here, expelling the entire Brotherhood of Mutants. Lance says it's like almost as if he invited them back so that they would start trouble with the other X students, and which is exactly what happened. But since they didn't get the job done, he's ready to expel them. Lance causes a scene.
I was like just like booing Senator Kelly here. I'm like, Andre was so right about you. This is like,
oh yeah, 100%. I mean, he
such a dirty move, kicking them right back out the next day. Well, you did that fight I wanted. Now you're expelled.
Yeah, but I didn't get what I wanted to come of it.
Dirty. I don't like this Kelly character one bit.
I don't think you're supposed to.
Nope.
Then Avalanche causes the scene and make using his powers to make a desk pin Kelly to a wall, and then leaves. We see him run into Gambit. Gambit tells Lance to round up the Brotherhood and meet him at their house. Lance tells them they've had enough of the Brotherhood and are tired of being used, and walks away. Gambit sort of gives a demonstration of his powers as well. Not sure I like the flat cut here, but I do like the soul patch.
The eyes look cool.
I actually like his voice too.
It's not bad.
He doesn't sound like
a bit of the French.
He sounds like someone from Louisiana that's not a cartoon character from Louisiana. Like he actually sounds like someone with an accent.
Yeah.
It's more subdued, which I like. You see, back at school.
What you saying? What are you talking about there?
You know what up there, Creole? No, Creole up in there. You know, shrimp on the Bobby. Sounds a bit like Boomhauer.
Hey, Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby. Sounds like a bit like Boomhauer, actually. Now that I think about it, what a dang old man up there.
Where's a dang old Rogat man?
Living a live, dang old. Don't forget.
It's true.
I love Boomhauer. So we see back at we see Evans getting hassled by Drew Pally or Pale. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but who's being a dick again. Rogue steps in to help Evan after Evan pops the spikes and he's having trouble piping them back. which it may indicate that there's being a change to his powers coming. She tells him to concentrate, and eventually comes, but it seems like it's difficult for him. So basically, the kids are trying to get them to fight them so that they can get them kicked out of school for using their powers. When Rogue runs off to stop them from getting away, Gambit gets stops them first and tells them not to mess with the mutants, threatening them with his abilities. They agree and they basically run off. So Rogue gets there just
cowards.
This is our Rogue Gambit moment where she asks him what he's doing there. Gambit basically blows her off and leaves. He shows up, asks what's going on. She wants to go get Scott and follow Gambit. Rogue tells her there's no time and drags her off. So back at the Brotherhood Mutant house, Fred's finishing up his cleaning by shoving a huge pile of junk into the closet. Toad is back in the Quicksilver uniform. Fred calls him Quick Wart. Lance comes running in the front door and tells them they got trouble coming. Lance returns to the house and alerts the team trouble's coming. As the cart enters the room and explodes, Gambit appears. And we see Gambit ends up taking Toad hostage, riding him up and
Scrappy Poo there.
Lance and he
bit of a Danny Brooke.
Yes, we'll go home. So we're over there. So we're gonna get a name for myself up in here.
Ooh, name myself.
So he grabs Toad in the curtain and then charges it to hold him kind of a hostage for blowing him up. He said he'll make Toad go boom.
That's like one of the scarier uses of Gambit's powers we've seen.
Yeah,
though. He just
what's funny? He could just charge
blanket. Like,
you know what he could just do? Charge the house, the entire house, and be like, if you do anything, I'll just blow up the house with you in it.
He could. I think this is almost scarier.
Yeah,
looks like he's on fire.
Person. He doesn't
it takes a lot of energy to charge a whole house. Like in '97, when he charges that whole Sentinel, he was going to die anyway. But normally, we don't see him charge things that big. Spoilers for X-Men '97.
Well, we did it on the show already and talked all about the episode.
That's true.
So he tells them Magneto it's Magneto's show now, and they got to prove themselves for him and go free Quicksilver. So basically, Magneto's pulling strings from behind the scenes and not wanting to make his presence known. So Rogue and Kitty make it to the Brotherhood.
Operation Free Willy.
Free Willy. Free Pity. Yeah. So Rogue and Kitty make the Brotherhood house just as the boys take off in Lance's Jeep. They followed by phasing in and out of vehicles that are heading in the same direction. They're hiding on a cliff overlooking a mountain highway. As they wait, Lance tells Fred and Toad that he doesn't care anymore about Magneto. He wants to get his hands on Pietro because he's a traitor in his eyes. The Brotherhood means to ambush a military convoy that has Pietro on it. Rogue and Kitty finally catch up when the action starts. The Blob, there's a whole big fight. Blob gets hold of the truck. Pietro tells them they're going to squash him. Basically, during the fight between the mutants and the government, Blob inadvertently knocks the truck over that holding Pietro in it, almost sending him over the cliff. But Kitty manages to use her powers to save him. But then he basically isn't very thankful, but it leaves her hanging from the side of a cliff and then teleports or speeds off. So then we see them meet the military who are there. Major Kyle, who tells them that not everyone hates mutants, that they're just peacekeepers like he sees the X-Men as being, which is nice to see there's someone in an authoritative sense that's not a complete bag of dicks in this show.
Yeah, not really something we've seen from the humans since the mutants have been exposed. Like, they've all just been scared and hateful, pretty much.
Yeah. We see a Gambit arrive at the Brotherhood house, which is funny because, like, the Brotherhood, like, isn't Mystique still there? And
they mentioned that she hasn't been around.
Yeah, so maybe not. Because, like, you know, she doesn't like
Magneto. Trying to kill Magneto?
Maybe.
Or
but, like,
with him again.
Well, they haven't said that. So we see the boys are hanging out. We see Lance is working on a guitar. Todd's drawing with his feet. And Gambit shows up and tells them that they're such losers. They try to get mad.
Which is the best line in the episode. He's like, "Why are you guys such losers?" He's like, "Because the X-Men are winners. It's a balance thing."
Yeah, well, it's not that.
Yeah.
The boys are mad, trying to pros. Fred asks if they're still going to join Eric's team. Gambit tells them that the test was a disaster. They need new leadership, and Quicksilver is their new leader. Pietro tells them that if they mess with him, they mess with his father, Magneto, who is protecting him. Tells him he's in charge now. Nobody's going to rest till the X-Men are beaten. And Gambit leaves. Then back to the Institute, we see Xavier tell Kitty and Rogue that they can't deal with every problem that comes along. They have their own lives to lead, which is kind of shitty. It's like, hey, you can't save everyone in trouble. We might as well go to school and do this other stuff. This is what is known as the Snyder Pa Kent version of looking after children, superpowered children, just telling them to not use their powers or help people in need.
I'm afraid Principal Kelly isn't cutting you any slack for skipping out on 6th period.
I knew it! I knew it!
No slack.
How happy they look. Because there's like Rogue gives them like a sheepish grin.
Yeah.
Which is funny because let's see if it's right here. I just want to show this clip for a second. I think we'll get in trouble. Right here. Let's look at this exchange between Rogue and Scott. Look at Xavier. He's like, Xavier's like, yeah. Xavier's almost like it's almost like an anime ending where he's like, oh.
It felt like the ending of the Mary Tyler Moore show or something.
That's true. He's gonna make it after all.
Oh yeah, she'll make it after. The mutants will make it after all.
End of episode.
End of episode. Well, then I guess it's time for.
How shall we proceed, sir?
With caution.
By making a call.
Well, we can be cautious about our rating.
That's true.
I suppose. 9. I like this one too.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
The show's kind of on a roll.
Once again, I'd like to see some more characters pop up. I guess we're going to know Gambit, so Gambits are pop up.
Yeah, and the Young Mutants were in it, and that scene was cool, and Beast was kicking around, and there was lots of characters. Caliban shows up. Major Kyle.
It's true. Let me keep talking about him like he's some kind of big figure in the Major Kyle was here. Oh, well, Major Kyle's here. Well, thank God. It could have.
We're all saved. Is that Major
Sergeant
Kyle?
Steve is here. It's all good.
Back in the day, there was Captain America and there was Major Kyle.
That's right. They were neck and neck. It was Bucky. Bucky came after Major Kyle. Major Kyle was first.
Exactly. Oh my. Well,
I mean, yeah, I liked it. I don't know if I liked it. 9 liked it. It'd be an 8 or a 9. Let's go with an 8. That's an 8.
That's a fair. I thought about giving it an 8 too, but I like
9 seems a bit high for me, but okay. 8 was solid. It's kind of
good Avalanche episode.
Some good stuff. Again, it seems like they're setting up Quicksilver to be like some kind of almost like a King Joffrey kind of type character, like a boy king, dickhead kind of character.
Yeah, he's gonna start being a dick to his friends because he can now.
Yeah, so. I've always liked Pietro. This is probably my least favorite version of him so far, but it's mostly because he's not like an arrogant good guy. He's like just kind of a straight up bad guy so far. So we'll see if that changes. But
true, a little bit of a change there for sure. Yeah. Well,
there's no point.
I like that. Do we always have that? He said
it's been there for a little while, yeah.
All right, that's pretty funny. I'll go first. At the end, when Gambit walks in, Blob's reading a comic book that looks very much like it's a 90s X-Men animated series comic book.
Oh, one of the X-Men Adventures.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that. Which cool. I think they just re-released as a trade somewhere.
Yeah, I have it. I'll go grab it here in a minute.
I have a lot of the single issues of it that I read when I was a kid. The X-Men,
they're expanded.
The Hulk Wolverine episode with the Wendigo. I remember I had that issue and I really liked it.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, I think I might have made this an X point before, but I want to do it again. And I might do it every time she shows up. I love the way they do.
I forgot something from my segment, so go ahead.
I can do a couple points if I have to.
Just do one. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, I love Wanda's powers. She's just making weird shit happen, affecting probabilities. It's like a hex, It's not like just telekinesis and like TK or telepathy. I mean, like they do in the MCU, which I feel is just a bit lazy. I mean, it looks cool sometimes, and they messed with it a bit in WandaVision, but yeah. They should have done it in the MCU this way, I think. And they had this as an example, as a template to do so. It just would have been more expensive, I suppose, to CGI and everything. But what do you think? I think they should have done Wanda's MCU powers like they're portraying them in this show.
Yeah, I mean, MCU powers are a little whatever they need them to be.
Just telepathy and TK, really. But
no, she's like remaking reality.
Yeah, and WandaVision and stuff. Eventually, that's when she starts using magic, though.
Yeah, I suppose. But that's kind of set up through WandaVision.
Yeah. All right, to you.
To me, my second. Well, so what was your just saying the WandaVision power? Okay. Spike. It seems as though the show is heading towards him either expanding his powers or making like his spike sticking out of him a more permanent thing. So whether that,
I think they become armor, like permanent armor.
Okay. Well, so far it seems as though this is where they're heading with that. So
because he was going to be called Armadillo, remember?
Right. That was dumb. There's the already character called the Armadillo, isn't there? A DC Marvel villain. He's a villain.
Yeah, I think you're right.
No, I'm 100% right.
Well, there you have it. Did you happen to notice the card that Gambit threw into the room?
I did not. Joker?
It was a Jack of Hearts reference, I'm going to say, because it was the Jack of Hearts.
Oh, that's fun. It'd be nice.
Yeah. I know, right?
I want to see Jack of Hearts show up somewhere in a cool spot.
He could show up in a crazy space movie for sure.
Yeah, well, like another Guardians thing or something, or if they do some other space stuff. Yeah,
Jack of Hearts.
Oh, that's interesting. My third point is over at.
Yep.
Second point. Third. My first one was the comic, the X-Men comic.
Okay.
So my second one was what?
I've only done 2, so I think you've only done 2.
Yeah, but this one. Oh, but I started. Then you did one. Then so I made my third one.
Okay.
Yeah. It's okay. Spike's mutation and the comic book were my two. So my third one is Noel Fisher as the voice of Toad. I looked into him a little bit, and he's been around quite a bit. He's on the show The Riches. He's on the Have to McCoy show. He was in the Twilight Saga movie. He played Vladimir. But most notably, he played Michelangelo in the live-action Michael Bay Turtle movies, number 1 and 2.
No way.
Yeah, so he has quite.
They were all CGI, right? He wasn't in a suit or anything.
No, he was CGI.
But did they mocap it, or did they just? Have
Yeah. Because the guy that played
the actors did.
Yeah, because the guy that plays Reacher was one of them. Leonardo, maybe.
The guy we want to play Sabretooth?
Yeah, he was one of them too. Can't remember. I think he's either Raph or
Alan Rickman.
Oh, Alan Rickman is the guy who played Severus Snape.
I think that's his name. Oh, something Richmond.
It's yeah, he was I think Leonardo maybe or Raphael in those movies.
Oh, right on. I remember like 2 of them were really tall and 2 of them were really short, especially Mikey. They made Mikey super short.
Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff. He's in that weird Capone movie that Tom Hardy was in. He was in lots of stuff.
Shameless, right?
Yes, he was in Shameless too, yeah.
All right.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah. We'll have to get him on the show. Talk about
He's
it.
on Fear the Walking Dead, The Connors, SVU, Bones. Lots of shit.
Well.
He was the boyfriend of Cameron Monaghan's character on Shameless. Remember, he was gay and he had that.
I didn't watch that show.
Oh, well, he was a big part of that show.
There you have it. All right, my next one is Gambit does call Rogue Cher as he's leaving.
True. There you go.
So, there you go.
I was looking at some of the points on the internet, and one of them just says Gambit threatens to murder Toad. That's all it says. Just that's one line. That's it. So yeah, I'll go with that one. Gambit, seems like a little more sinister Gambit. He's a henchman for Magneto in this version of the character. Doesn't have a cartoonish voice. He's pretty calm and calculated. And the eyes are taking on a different effect when he's sort of villainous. So I thought it was cool. He also seems like kind of a fun villain, like the one that'll turn into a good guy eventually. But he's solid.
Yeah, I think
it's like the villain that's kind of has to be there.
Yeah.
Every show almost does it. They have a first season villain that's so cool, and then the second season that villain they end up having to team up with him against another villain, and then the third season that villain's just one of the team now. But he's kind of a dick, and then by the fourth or fifth season, he's just part of the team, and everything's cool.
Yep, that's definitely going to happen. Is this my last point?
I believe so.
I think Rogue and Scarlet Witch should be friends. They're both kind of goth. They're both really they can just hang out and be gothy together.
Who do you think? You know, it'd be funny. We should. This might be a fun extra segment. Sometimes we should pick who would have played these characters live action at that time period.
So, like that age group kind of thing.
Yeah,
interesting.
If this was a live action TV show, who would have played them?
We'll put some thought into that and play that next week.
I have an idea for Scarlet Witch.
Okay. Who is it?
Fairuza Balk from The Craft.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
And Return to Oz.
That is true. And The Water Boy. But Return to Oz, she's quite young in that movie. But that was like in the 90s, 80s. That's a wild movie, by the way. If you want to watch
My mama says alligators is so ornery because they can't brush their teeth.
There's something wrong with that, boys. Abdullah Mangata. So she was born in 74, 84, 94. So she would have been like 20 when the show came out, which is probably, a little further than that. It's like 25. So it might have been a bit too old. But I don't know. I think she would have played the part well. I think the character definitely was inspired by her character in The Craft.
Could be.
Design-wise. But that Craft came out in 97, so.
And it gets a nod in this show visually in the intro and stuff, too. So they were watching. They saw The Craft.
They saw The Craft.
Hey, check it.
You go first.
I go first. Well, this Friday I had to work on the TV show From, so I was in Halifax for that. And I've had some stuff when I was doing a little bit of cleaning around the house this year that I had put aside to trade into various stores in Halifax. So I took a bunch of Blu-rays, DVDs, and stuff to Taz. Got a few $100 in credit there. Took some more comics to Strange. Got like $100 and something credit there. And then took some into Giant Robots, some little toys, and got some credit there as well. So, but one of the cool things I got in my
you'll find Giant Robots.
Yeah, they got a lot of cool ones for me this time. So some extra ones there now. But anyway, it's Strange when they gave me credit. It took me a little while to figure out what to get until I saw this on the rack and then realized I had to get it. So I believe I had shown the G.I. Joe equivalent of this in the show before. Because they had also done one of these compendiums, which include like 50 issues of the original G.I. Joe comic from like the Larry Hama one. But now they're putting out the same treatment to the original Transformers comic book.
They're just so big.
They're massive. You get a Club of Home Invader to death with this. But this collects Transformers from 1984 issues 1 to 46. And then the Transformers Headmaster series 1 to 4. All one big volume. And they are doing a second one of these. I believe there's 4 in total that do encompass the entire series. It ran for quite a while. But it actually was kind of like, people talk about like when Transformers got cool, like with the movie and stuff, when it got serious, like back in the day. But this comic strip was doing it before even that. And they took some pretty serious concepts. They also, since it is a Marvel comic, are incorporated in the Marvel universe. And you see them teaming up with Spider-Man and stuff in issues. See that, Devin? Spider-Man is in an issue of it.
They even call him out by name and everything?
Yeah, he's
like a visual reference. Oh, that's crazy.
And they reference the rest of the Fantastic Four.
Because they were under Marvel license at the time?
Yes, they were.
Yeah, Marvel had everything, at least for a short time, it seems.
So, it says right here, let's see, guest starring Spider-Man.
Oh, shit.
Right there in the cover. Looks like he's fighting Megatron. So it's a pretty cool. Like I said, they're huge. That's massive. Look how big this thing is. It's bigger than the phone book now.
The phone book's skinny now.
Well, nobody needs the fucking phone book anymore.
Yeah.
But it's neat. It's a cool way to go back in the past and read some really great books. I mean, it's been a while since I've read them. These are being put up by Image, but they got the license from Marvel, I believe. So it's fun. Transformers, the original run.
Yep.
Check it out. It's literally, if you look at, I think they're like $60 to buy them new. I use credit for it. No, $90 almost, $86.99. But if you think at $86.99 divided by 52 comics, that's $1 a comic. So you're doing all right.
That's not bad. All right. Well, because we were talking about it, X-Men Adventures, Feared and Hated.
Oh, they put it in that little volume.
Yeah, it's there's
oh, I should have picked that up. I think I was looking at it when I was at one of those stores. I should have used my credit for it. Why didn't I?
The art kind of pops. They definitely brightened it up.
Yeah, there's a great issue where like it's the Wolverine meets Hulk and Wendigo in the Woods issue, which I really liked as a kid.
Yeah, good stuff there. Check that out. But also, because the New Mutants were in this episode a little bit, check out the 2019 series, the Krakoan era New Mutants too. It's a pretty sweet cover there, Warlock. But it's pretty spacey. Mm-hmm. They're in space a lot. They're dealing with the Shi'ar. They're dealing with Cannonball and his wife, the new Smasher.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he married Smasher and he lives in space because she's a Shi'ar guard. So he kind of lives with the Shi'ar. So, it's an interesting place. And I always get excited when they get that band back together, like the original New Mutants. It's like, yeah, they're hanging out again. Cool. Yeah. So check that out as well. And where are we? Oh, of course. We're chugging through her tonight.
But I like movies, which is fine.
I'm stealing your segment. Go check out 3 O'Clock High. It's a great movie. It's very, 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 very funny. Don't fuck it up, Miller.
Don't fuck this up, Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty
but
great.
It's great. It's about two guys. The kids are going to fight at the end of school, basically. But, it's the 80s, so they're probably 35 in real life.
I don't know.
Especially that bully. Like, he's not a freaking teenager. He's freaking ginormous.
Did you recognize that bully from another 90s class?
Yeah, a bunch of things. Yeah. He looked very familiar. He was in True Lies, was he?
No. But he was in another Schwarzenegger movie.
Was he?
He was the bad guy in a 90s Schwarzenegger movie.
90s Schwarzenegger movie. I'm going to say... Jingle All the Way.
No, that was not the 90s.
Oh, okay.
That was 2000 or something.
Oh, okay. No, I forget.
He's a bad guy in Kindergarten Cop.
Oh, in Kindergarten Cop. It's not a Tuma.
He was Cullen Crisp Sr.
Who is his daddy?
And was your daddy, and what does he do? He's been around. He's still acting out there. His name was Richard Tyson. He played Buddy in Buddy Revell in 3 O'Clock High. But Casey Simasco, he's born in 61, so that movie was made in the 80s, so he would have been like 20. So, it was a great movie. I really, really dig that movie.
Yeah, me too.
Tangerine Dream of the soundtrack, which is also great.
It was a great soundtrack. Yeah. It really, you could almost take the dialogue out and just listen to the soundtrack of that movie and kind of pick up some of the plot. Like it very,
easily can
very
now.
Plot specific as well.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great movie. And just watching it, as for those of you who aren't in the know, for my birthday, we did private screenings at a theater where it's bring your own booze. We had pizza and food and stuff. We showed a couple movies I wanted to watch. One being my favorite, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and the other being this movie that I love dearly, but knew not a lot of people had seen, so I wanted them to experience first time. And I get to enjoy it watching them experience. And the amount of people laughing in the theater, it was really nice to hear. So it made me very.
We're not bad. We just pod that way.
That's I like that. We should use AI to change that audio to do that and then put it in the show.
No,
I'm kidding.
I have a logo prepared for that.
I know. I made it for you. Oh, it's like the corner. I like that. That's cool. Yeah, it's a great movie. You should check it out. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Since Davin took mine, I'll suggest The Phoenician Scheme, the new Wes Anderson movie. If you haven't seen it yet, just came out on Blu-ray. It's if you like Wes Anderson's particular style of film, this one goes a little darker. I feel like he's more in his adult phase of his career where things are they're tackling themes about like the struggle for the human soul and right and wrong and sort of more existential questions than what he's sort of done in the past, which are all like I love his films. Every one of them is beautiful in their own way. I feel like Darjeeling Limited kind of started him doing stuff a little more serious, and then Asteroid Cities, particularly, and now the Phoenician Scheme, both seem to broach subjects that are much more cosmic than and about the human condition than some of his other stuff. And I guess he always kind of did it, but these ones seem like they go into some darker places, which I really liked. Great movie. Definitely a top movie. If you're looking at like Benicio del Toro as an actor, it's definitely very high in lists of fantastic movies he's in. So check that out. If you want a good horror movie, check out Bring Her Back, which was by the same guys that made Talk to Me. It's their new movie, which is fucking fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Talk to Me. Do you ever? I think I've talked about it on the show before. It's basically like this hand. It's like a plaster hand, kind of shaped like this, that supposedly has like the hand of a famous psychic in it or something. And these kids get a hold of it and use it at parties to get high. Basically, they get high by when you touch the hand, hold its hand, and say "Talk to me." You get possessed by a ghost or a spirit of some kind, and you only have a certain time limit that you can be there before you have to let go and break the connection, or it'll stay. And of course, when you set up rules like that, of course, someone breaks them eventually, and then shit goes down. Bring Her Back is probably one of. If you ever like lost someone in your life, like a child or I mean specifically a child, but I always say The Babadook is like one of the best movies about grief I've ever seen. But this one is up there. I'd say it's in the same conversation. It's how far you would go to bring someone back if you could.
Well, horror's the right medium for that.
If you lost someone and you had a way to bring them back, even if it cost you everything, and you had to hurt other people to do it, would you do it? And it's very serious in parts.
And that's sort of the story of a lot of comic book villains too, in a way.
Yeah. Well, most of them go down a road. It's good intentions, right? You want to do something to bring someone back or to do something good, but you have to hurt a lot of people along the way, and eventually you just become the thing that you are trying to stop. So, fun fact about the 3 O'Clock High film, I forgot this. It was written by Richard Christian Matheson, the son of Richard Matheson, the famed science fiction author who wrote I Am Legend, the book I Am Legend, which several movies were based upon, none of which were that close to the actual book, except the original Vincent Price one, The Last Man on Earth, which actually is probably pretty close. But the Will Smith one, with the one that actually used the name, didn't. The Omega Man with Charlton Heston also was adapted from it, but not also super faithful. But I met him. He wrote the Stephen King movie I was in a few years ago.
Charlton Heston, did you shake his cold dead hand?
No, Richard Christian Matheson. He wrote the script to the Big Driver film that I was in a few years ago.
Right on. It begs to wonder if I Am Legend would have been as popular if it had gone by its original name, I Am a Legend.
Yeah, maybe.
Makes you wonder. So,
also, just some fun facts for you about because I always like this about 3 O'Clock High, how much you enjoyed it. Roger Ebert gave it 1 out of 4 stars.
He doesn't know anything. When I used to watch Siskel and Ebert, I was always on like Team Siskel. I kind of generally agreed with him.
I didn't know. I usually agreed with Ebert more than Siskel, but
I will say Ebert had great things to say about Dark City, which is a movie I love. He said
that's a great movie. That's a great movie. I can't imagine you would see a lot. Like, I can see why you would see that movie as being good because I think it's good, but I can't see why you would. Like, I don't see how you could make the same connection to that movie being good as you could by this one being bad. So
no one being bad.
Well, this one it only has 60% Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, I know, right?
And although it has a darker tone than most films, in fact, Steven Spielberg executive produced this film but took his name off it.
Well, 3 O'Clock High?
Yeah. Because around the same time this came out was
there's a few shit kickings for sure.
Well, the time this came out, Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink, First Brewer's Day Off, a lot Weird Science, like a lot of goofy movies were coming out around that time. So, but it's a fantastic movie. I mean, it's one of the biggest hidden gems I've ever seen. Like I watched a lot of movies. I can't believe I didn't watch the movie before. It's amazing, but it's like a well-known movie that everybody says is amazing. This is one that hardly anyone knows about, and it's fantastic.
And it's funny you mentioned it already. Like, I was actually sitting there in the theater watching this and thinking, I like this so much better than Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I'll take this movie any day.
Even picking out some of the celebrities that are in it and minor roles, like Jeffrey Tambor from Arrested Development was pretty funny. Philip Baker Hall.
He was pretty funny in it.
Philip Baker Hall was pretty great in it.
All the teacher figures, like there's like the principal, the guy who calls himself a disciplinarian. There's like another teacher. They're all like crazy characters.
Well, like Mitch Pileggi that played Skinner on X-Files was the security guy with the golf cart that was chasing him around. Yardley Smith, who plays Lisa in The Simpsons, was in the beginning and the end. It's
almost a nothing role in this. But.
No, she never really had anything big. But one of the funniest ones that my friend Craig leaned over and mentioned to me when he showed up on the screen just briefly was there's a kid that was like handing a mail or something and just had his head down and asked him if he was supposed to fight Buddy at whatever. And that kid was Paul Feig, the director who did which is a well-known director for a lot of movies that people probably do like and don't like. But he did
I like this movie better than all of his movies.
I mean, he worked on Arrested Development. He directed that. He worked on Nurse Jackie, Mad Men, The Office, Parks and Rec, 30 Rock, Weeds. He did a lot of good stuff. The Ghostbusters movie with Melissa McCarthy was one I didn't particularly care for. I didn't really care for Bridesmaids or The Heat either. So maybe his movies aren't for me. But he did work on Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which is a show that I hold close to my heart. So,
well, as a Skellhorned witch myself, I approve of that.
As you should.
Yeah, exactly right. What am I going to do here?
Chemistry is the study of matter and the change matter undergoes. To illustrate,
let's talk about matter. And I'm not even going to pull anything from this episode, but I'm going to talk about my chickens because they started laying eggs.
They're made of matter?
And they're made of matter. Calcium, in fact. Now, I never really thought about this until I had chickens, but for a chicken that lays an egg almost every day, do you imagine how much calcium that takes out of your body?
Quite a bit. I imagine my father actually, when he gardens, he saves egg shells, dries them out, and then blends them into like a powder and uses them in his garden.
Yeah, because they have a ton of calcium. So just imagine shedding that much calcium from your body every day, like a whole eggshell's worth. You got to make that calcium back up, or else your eggshells get soft.
So what do you do? What do you feed your chickens to do that?
Oyster shells.
So you feed them shells to make their shells. They eat oyster shells? Grind them up?
Yeah.
Is this what people normally do, or is this like a Davin trick?
Yep, you buy it. It's just like they baked oyster shells. Like if you do it out of like just raw oyster shells that you got from after eating oysters, you got to throw them in the oven. I think bake them out a bit. But some people feed their own egg shells back to them, but that can have issues.
So how do they eat it? You just grind it into a dust and put it into their food?
Not even a dust. It's like pretty big chunks, like aquarium gravel, and they'll just eat it.
Really?
Like they're smart. Like they know they need calcium, so they'll like look it out, look for it. Yeah.
Very interesting. All right.
Yeah. Well, science class.
Hey, that's cool. I learned something.
There you go.
I'll throw something in. I learned that domesticated cats, house cats, have slitted eyes. You may have noticed, right?
No, sure.
Large cats don't. Tigers don't. Lions don't. Cheetahs don't. It's only domesticated cats that have slitted eyes. And other smaller, I assume like the
little jungle cats and
the little jungle cats and the wild ones. I think it has something to do with their placement on the food chain, how small they are comparatively, but as to why their eyes are that way. But yeah,
I assumed it would be more because of nocturnal hunting.
Yeah, but so lions do too. So do tigers.
No, not really.
No, you're right.
I mean,
they don't.
Sometimes
Tigers
wander up on something sleeping, but
cougars do though. The wildcats do.
Yeah.
You know what else has slitted eyes? Lizards. Now, am I saying the cats are evolved from lizards?
Yes.
Perhaps.
I think that's what you're saying.
Perhaps the lizard people that secretly run the government are also their children.
The Silurians.
Silurians, yes. Well, no, those are the Doctor Who characters. I can't remember. I don't know if they've given a name to I think just call them the lizard people in the conspiracy theory, but But Doctor Who does have the lizard people live in the Earth called the Solarians, so which is kind of funny. Maybe I wonder if that's where the conspiracy theory came from.
Well, the conspiracy theory about the lost civilization of Solarians during like the Silurian epoch, which is like before the dinosaurs and all this stuff.
Yeah.
That's a crazy historical. That's a nutty one.
People are nuts.
Yeah, people are pretty crazy.
Well, it's like I've said it before in my other show, and I've probably said it here before, but I think that Alan Moore summed it up very well, where he said that conspiracy theorists like to believe in conspiracies because it's more comforting to know that somebody's in charge, even if it is for a nefarious reason. It's scarier to think that the world is rudderless and we're all just trying to figure it as we go along. And I'm not saying there aren't conspiracies; they do exist, but the idea that there's some global arcing conspiracy of a secret cabal that runs everything would be insane.
I just don't believe in the human capacity to keep secrets.
No, well, that's why whenever people claim these huge ones, we know, like John Stewart said that, or John Oliver said this. He said we know conspiracies exist because someone talks. And if you look at, like, they do studies on how many people are involved with a secret and how short the window of how long can remain secret.
It's like less than 10 people.
The more people, the more people, the very smaller it gets. And if you were talking about COVID, when everybody thought that was conspiracy, that would be there'd have to be millions of people in on it. And there's no fucking way nobody wouldn't have got out. No, people aren't that organized.
No.
Certainly not.
Not at all. It's like what they say about liars. It's like no one's got a good enough memory to lie effectively.
No, not for that
long. No. So, what else we got here? Maybe we just make it a short one tonight.
Yeah, that's good. Tell us about our fledgling little podcast and the other shows on it.
Oh yeah, we should. Hold on here. Actually, let's do our little homework segment while I try to load up some imagery.
He's the coolest teacher we got around here, and the nicest. Wait, you're forgetting your homework.
Well, your homework is to watch the next episode of the show, which is called Blind Alley. I didn't skim through it to see what appearances happened in it, but it does look like Wolverine is back, as he's not in this episode. This is episode 5 of season 3, Blind Alley. Watch it. It looks like we go back to Area 51.
Going to be a Daredevil crossover.
Well, we got Mystique. Oh, it looks like we find out what happened to Mystique.
Oh, there you go.
Jamil was right. She's trapped in Area 51.
Hanif,
sorry. Yeah, it looks like we Blind Alley.
the other Robinson. You're just confusing your Robinsons again.
Looks like we get some more. We get some more shirtless Wolverine, some more shirtless Gambit. We get some more Sunspot, Rogue. Not Rogue. Sorry. Looks like we see Havoc again briefly. Storm. Oh yeah, Havoc's back. Looks like a Cyclops-centric episode.
Okay.
I believe the reason it's called Blind Alley is it looks like he has to travel great distance with keeping his eyes closed.
That could be a fun little romp. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the homework lesson there.
No problem. Professor Mike.
You can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, and contact us at xmenreviewshow@gmail.com, or hit me up on the Facebook or us at our show page as well. Support us at patreon.com/xmenreviewshow. You can get some sweet merch there with like this logo here up in the corner. Man, that can be on a shirt or a sweater, a hoodie. There you go. And the clothing that comes from the Patreon is actually really good.
Yeah, the shirts are bad.
Yeah. You can also get other merch with our different designs by Myatt here at redbubble.com/people/xmenreviewshow/shop. And find our audio only version wherever you get your podcasts, of course. And we are a mutant and proud part of Swear to Pod, a podcast network, which is a growing network. With shows such as BS Bargain Bin and the Independent Wrestling Profiles podcast as well. So we're a band of 6. Or no, we're a band of 5. A band of 5 podcasts right now. So there we go. We're getting there.
Yeah. Are
you excited? Are you excited about BS Bargain Bin and Independent Wrestling Profiles? You know, there's an Andre Mayet episode of Independent Wrestling Profiles.
So we're in the deep annals, the annals of it.
You were the 8th episode, I think.
Is that it? 8th episode? Well, okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm in there.
So yeah, check that out. And check out BS Bargain Bin. I've been listening to it. Andre's been listening to it. It's a fun movie podcast.
Yeah, it's fun.
I checked out their Reign of Fire review and also 3 Ninjas.
Reign of Fire is a movie that I feel as though I would like as a teenager that I feel like I probably would not like now.
I think it holds up. Actually.
Really?
I like that movie. Yeah, I like that movie. I've seen it not that long ago. Maybe like 6 years ago, maybe.
Really?
I liked it. Yeah, it was still good. But yeah, we are the Swear to Pod podcast network. That's for sure. What else? Anything else to say to the people?
No. Be kind to one another. Listen to my show, Graphic Histories Podcast.
Oh, right. You didn't send me that video thing for that.
Well, what video am I think? Oh, the
little video clip.
I didn't send you that?
No.
All right,
you can just load it up yourself. I think you get all the power I do.
I have the power. How do I load it up?
You just go to media assets, and then you go to video clips, and then you hit more.
More than I added. Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
This looks very similar to the video editing program I use.
Oh man, StreamYard's where it's at.
It's all right. Jobs.
We have a referral code, people. If you want to join StreamYard, mention us.
What do we get from it?
$25 credit.
No, that's fun. Yeah, give us $25, everybody. Start your own podcast and give us $25.
Just for us. Do it for the Gipper.
Yeah, I'm sure many people are getting that reference. Do it for the Gipper. Somebody said to me one time, and they said like it was his first time trying stand-up, and he was like waiting to go out. And then the guy that was hosting it just looked at him and said, he goes, "Do you have any advice for me?" And he goes, "Yeah, don't fuck up." And then he goes, "Well, it's not give it to the Gipper. Let's give one for the Gipper, but I'll take it." Give one for the Gipper. All right, I think I got it. Did you hit that or did I?
I did.
Oh, I was just about to click it. You robbed me of my joy.
Sorry,
sir.
Saw it pop up and I was like, "Bam, let's go."
I mean, I was just uploading it. All right, wait, Buzz. Let me get to my. So new episode just dropped with Dakota Brown. I didn't get your take on that one, did I? Did you enjoy it?
Because I'm still have like 20 minutes left. I gotta finish it.
Okay. Then we got Jason Nervise after that, and then Andrew C. Robinson after that.
Very cool.
So then, yeah. So
and then I got a couple coming for you for September, I think.
And you got one booked for next week, I think. So I got somebody coming.
Good.
I think it's one of your sendings, a guy from South Africa, or no, just Africa, not South Africa.
From Nigeria.
That's in Africa.
I think he's from Nigeria. Yeah.
West Africa.
Oz.
Yes, Oz.
Yeah,
so let's talk to him early next week. So should have that hopefully down. And then there's also another one that's up for mid-September. So yeah, a few folks in the mix.
Sweet. Check out that Graphic Histories podcast. It's quite the catalog of comic book lives and stories.
Yeah, and other things too, but mostly things related to nerddom in some manner.
But I find comic book artists and writers have generally been pretty interesting people. Like you hear a lot of these interview shows, they interview actors and stuff, and I don't know. I think I would take an interview with a comic book personality.
Oh, I would love to be the next Mark Maron if the internet wants to make me that, but I don't think that's going to happen. That would be sweet. I'll talk to anybody if they want to, if I'm busy enough. But
I think you are the next Mark Maron because he's going to hang up the boots, and then there's just you left. So.
Oh no, there's a lot of people doing what I do on the internet. That's for sure. I'm not the only one, and there are many people that have been in films and celebrities that do this. I know Dax Shepard does a very similar show to Mark Maron's as well.
Huh.
Also, don't forget about old Joe Rogan out there talking about.
I don't know who you're talking about.
One of my favorite things. I want to read this to you because I saw it on the internet. It made me laugh a lot. It said Joe Rogan is like some barbarian Khan from the steppe. Is it steppes or steepes?
Steps.
Steps here. Joe Rogan is like some barbarian Khan from the steppes that took an interest in intellectual things. And the show is basically him bringing slightly nervous scholars and magicians to come before him to explain how the world works. Glasses man, you explain to Joe why sky big and how tree grow. But he will also believe almost anything you tell him. And only recently in the past few years does he clap back like, Tiny Hat Man say otherwise. Do you lie to Joe? Tiny Hat Man say fat not bad for you, that sugar is enemy. So which is truth? Joe thinks you are wrong. And people just go, oh, okay, yeah, I guess so. Joe spent many moons on horseback and training with bow and sword, but Joe also wondered why Skyfire rise from mountains every morning. And I laugh because that's basically my take on it. I told this to my brother the other day. I said, like, I don't. You can go on a show and say, hey, I'm not an expert, but I think you should do this. But you have to understand that when you have a platform that large, so you have somewhat of responsibility to not just, peddle potentially dangerous or stupid things to people, because some people will believe it regardless of your intention.
And what's the point of interviewing somebody who has to start off with, look, I'm not an expert.
Yeah,
but let's talk about this. It's just like, why not talk to an expert?
Like, I'm not an expert, but
but
exactly. Maybe you should, take ivermectin to combat COVID. And it's like, no, you don't know any better. It's just dumb shit. So I don't know. I just think when you have a platform that big, you have, when you have great power, there's a bit of responsibility that comes with it. So,
well, I think you might be the next Mark Maron. So, what do you think, X-Goons? Is Andre the next Mark Maron?
Well, if you think so, I don't think enough of you are listening to my other show because I'm not seeing the numbers that indicate that yet. So get on it.
No, well, maybe you just don't have enough cocaine in your life. I mean, I suppose Mark Maron's cleaned up now, but
cleaned up for like 20-something years.
Yeah. But you need that past. You need that checkered past of cocaine.
You need do you watch South Park? I feel like you're probably a South Park person, someone.
I was on in the beginning. I remember I was the first person that I knew at school who had seen it when that first episode dropped, that Halloween episode. I just happened to have been up late that night and I just watched it. I'm like, do you guys see this crazy cartoon? Like, it was crazy.
Great.
When people was like, no.
They did a good episode recently where Randy is talking about he's trying to.
He's my favorite.
You should keep watching the show. It's still great.
Many seasons. I'd have to watch 40 seasons to catch up at this point.
Like 15.
I think I probably watched the first.
Well, most of the seasons are only 10 episodes now, so you kind of fly through them. But Randy is trying to use AI to make a new take on his weed business, and
he's not Lord again, is he?
All the time. Oh Lord, I'm Lord,
Lord.
We're kind of talking about. He's like, what we got to do to be successful is to microdose. He's like, what do you mean? He goes, just ketamine. He goes, you just microdose ketamine, just a little bit. All you do is this. He has like a sniffer thing. He goes, that's it. That's all you got to do. That's it. And then throughout the episode, he just goes like, it gets worse and worse. And throughout the episode, he'll just be like, and then he'll be talking, and then he just keeps going back to it. So like, he's not microdosing anymore. He's just doing ketamine. It's really funny. Just a little bit. That's all you need. That's all you microdose it.
Oh my! You're not on a ketamine binge at all.
And then he'll be talking for a while. Like after this has been going on for a while, he'll be talking a long rant. And he'll just be like, blah blah blah. And he'll be like, oh, I'm in a hole. Like, he's like, oh god, okay, oh god. He's just doing this like he's in the K-hole.
That's pretty funny.
Good. I'm in a hole.
All right. Well, I guess catch you next time.
Next time.
I'm taking off now.
Hey, wait! Don't leave without me!
This program is a proud part of the Swear to Pod Network.